Hey, Decube's MCP server now connects with Claude, OpenAI, and other agentic platforms. Here's how you can interact with Decube and get the most out of its context. Say you're a business user and want to know your asset recovery and how it's calculated. Just ask the question in Claude. The system connects directly to Decube's context in the backend, pulls the value, shows you what it means, and gives you the formula using its query logs. You don't just get information, you can also visualize lineage. The context is built so you can see it in a simple format, making it easy for any business user to learn the downstream or upstream of a data asset. If you're in data governance, you might worry about assets with no owners. When you ask about this, the system queries DQ, gets the context, and returns the exact number of assets without owners. This makes life of a data governance team member much easier, but this isn't just for data governance. Data engineers, this helps you when you're pushing new code. If you're making changes to a table, just ask Claude about its downstream impact. You'll know exactly which dashboards or datasets will be affected. You can notify users and business teams so they're aware of changes before they hit. In this case, 2 business dashboards are getting impacted: customer summary and risk assessment. These are critical. You need to inform the business users before making any changes, and make sure your code doesn't break these dashboards. The context isn't just informational. It also builds a knowledge graph. That knowledge graph helps business users and data governance teams see how things are connected and dependent on each other. Here's a simplified view. You get a clear picture of all your finance glossary terms. Click on a customer and instantly see all business terms related to finance as a domain or glossary. Everything is clickable so you can drill down for more detail. You always get the definition of each term, and there's tagging available for policies too. Here's a common question, straightforward, but usually hard to find on traditional platforms. With this context, it's simple, and everything is in plain English. It also finds things like a table in Databricks demo linked to a customer email address, even if it hasn't been classified yet. So it doesn't just show where PII data is, it also flags information that hasn't been tagged as PII yet. If you're focused on data governance, you want to know if your data meets the regulations for your country. If you're in Australia, the APRA framework applies to most financial institutions, banks, insurance companies, and others. You want a clear, summarized view to see if your data is compliant and audit-ready. The system doesn't just find the latest regulation. It pulls together all the regulatory guides that match the context of your data quality. It matches the context, gives you a summary, so you know if your data is ready and where the gaps are. Before, this could take days, weeks, or months. Now you get a quick summary showing where you stand across all those regulatory expectations. And this is just the summary. You can also dig deeper to see exactly where and how to fix things. You can not only retrieve information from the DQS context, you can also make changes. If you want to enrich certain data, you can write descriptions, enrich tables, classify, and monitor. You can create data monitors directly from Claude, and access controls are in place. Only authorized users can create monitors. If you're not authorized, Claude will tell you that you don't have access or can't make that change. In this example, the customer ID description was in Spanish. Let's change it back to English. Done. You get the description based on the lineage and the context of the table. Once that's done, you push it directly back to the system. It can also flag a naming bug. This is just a demo. Feel free to skip it. Thanks for watching. Keep exploring use cases with the MCP servers. Check out the prompt guide for more on how to use the MCP server in the Decube context.